Hey guys, Chop here. I've only ever spent one fragile resin in my entire time playing Genshin, so I've saved up well over 100 fragile resin. I also got super bored and decided to do the calculations for what 100 fragile resin would actually get me in-game. So I'll go over my calculations for what you can get with 6,000 resin and then actually see if my luck holds up to the maths. First of all, 100 fragile resin is actually only worth 33.3 recurring full 24-hour days of resin, which is 150 condensed resin. So I'm sure you're most interested in the artifacts, and we'll get to that in just a minute, but first let's just look at the XP and Mora you can get with that. With 60,000 Mora per 20 resin spent on ley lines, you'll end up with a total of 18 million Mora from 100 fragile resin. However, you could instead spend that resin on XP ley lines, which holds more RNG in the rewards. The lowest amount you could get is 33 million XP, although the average is 36,750,000 XP, with the highest of 40,400,000 XP, so a lot of variation there. That probably doesn't mean a whole on its own, so to contextualize that a little, I'll say that the average XP is enough to level 4.39, to 3 significant figures, worth of characters from 0 all the way to level 90. Out of these two, I'd say the 18 million more is definitely a lot more worth it than the 4 level 90 characters, considering that's 100 fragile resin. Okay, now to what most people care about, the artifacts. You can consider this to be somewhat similar to a month of pure artifact grinding in the game for artifacts, if you want to use these for yourself. So, quick note is to say that both artifact and talent domains do actually offer a small amount of Mora. The total from 100 fragile resin sums up to 712,500 Mora from talent domains, and a wee bit more in 757,500 Mora from the artifact domains. It's not a whole lot, but it's a nice note to know that little extra Mora that you'll get from it. Anyway, onto the actual stats of the artifacts. We're going to assume that you only care about crit for the artifacts, which I know isn't entirely true because there are plenty of characters that don't need crit, but this is going to be assuming purely crit-based artifacts, as most characters do need that. Beginning with the Sands of Aeon, there is a 26.67% chance to get an attack percent main stat, and a 10% chance to get an energy recharge main stat. With the substats to get both crit stats on the Sands is a 1.53% chance. This, however, is purely substats, so the aforementioned main stats aren't even considered in that percentage. If that is kept in mind, to get crit under an attack percent main stat Sands, it's a 0.41% chance, and even lower for energy recharge with 0.15% chance. That is scarily low. In the same vein though, it actually gets even scarier. With the Goblet of Eonothem, if that's what's even said, I truly have no idea, there's only a 5% chance to get the specific elemental damage bonus percent main stat that you actually want. The crit value substats are the same as the Sands, which, if you remember, is 1.53%. So, to get the almighty, incredibly rare Goblet with the elemental bonus main stat and both crit substats on it, there is a shockingly low 0.08% chance. To give you a bit of hope, we're going to move on to something with not quite as bad odds as that. The Circle of Logos, or Logos, I'm not sure to be honest. This artifact can have a crit main stat, which actually massively increases the odds of getting a good artifact. The main stat has a 10% chance to be a specific crit stat, which is a 20% chance for either crit main stat. That means you only need one crit substat that you don't have on the main stat, and that's a fairly high 13.11% chance. Overall, this artifact with the substat and main stat has a 2.62% chance to fall into your hands. The final two artifacts are the Flower of Life and Plume of Death, which are fairly easy to calculate because the main stats are always guaranteed. There's a 1.62% chance to get both crit substats on these two artifacts, which makes them exactly a 1.00% chance less likely than the Circlet. So, to summarize the odds of a good crit artifact, which obviously assumes the odds of a decent one of another kind, like ER you may want, the Sands are 0.41% chance, Goblet 0.08%, Circlet 2.62%, and the flower and plume is 1.62% chance. Okay, so we're going to be assuming a low 2 artifacts accumulated for every condensed resin spent in the domains. That's 300 5-star artifacts in total from 100 fragile resin, which is likely to be a little low, to be honest. We're also assuming that you want both artifact sets from the domain, which again isn't always the case. But anyway, with 60 artifacts of each kind in the end, the amount of good base artifacts gathered after all of this will be Sands, 0.246 artifacts, Goblet, 0.048 artifacts, Circlet, 1.572 artifacts, Flower, 0.972 artifacts, and Plume is the same, 0.972 artifacts. That's a grand total of 3.81 good base artifacts from 100 fragile resin spent, or over a month of resin. Obviously, it's not necessarily that bad because I am assuming a low amount of artifacts being collected, and more importantly, you don't always need those artifacts. If you're doing the Viridescent domain, you might want a bunch of elemental mastery for the likes of Kazuha, whilst farming for the artifacts I mentioned for the likes of Zhao. Different characters are easier to build than others, and these are incredibly hard ones to get. But let's see if this holds up with what I get. Okay, so before we spend the 100 fragile resin, if not more, because I do currently have 115, so I might end up spending a little bit more potentially, but at least 100 fragile resin is going to be spent on artifacts. Let's just quickly check what we're going to be spending, what artifacts it is we're going to be getting, and then also let's check what we actually have already so that we don't get anything mixed up and it is as accurate as can be. So I have a lot of characters that do need the Emblem of the Severed Fate, and I don't have a whole lot of that yet, so this is going to be pretty easy to do. All of these are pretty shockingly bad. There's a lot of just really bad artifacts. We are going to be doing a lot of Emblem of Severed Fate. There is also, of course, this new domain, which I think I might do a little bit of if I get some good ones from the Emblem set. Obviously, if I need to spend all of it on the Emblem because I just get really unlucky and don't get anything, then I won't have the chance to move on to this. But I do have characters like Mona, Raiden Shogun, Miko, just a lot of characters that do need the Emblem of the Severed Fate set, and I think Ayato can also use it too, so all in all, a very good domain for me to personally use and do, so I'm going to be doing that, and we'll see what we get. Okay, in Artifact Domain number 3, I get the double crit rate, I get double crit substats on the flower. What did I say that was, like a 1.62% chance or something? Very nice, very nice. Okay, I'll take that. In Artifact Domain number 3, very good. Ooh, okay. That is sick. Too bad it's on the wrong fucking set. Oh man, why? Crit rate, but it's on defense. Jake the dog and Finn human. Fun will never end. Adventure time. Adventure rank 56! I got adventure rank 56. Fair play. Damn. Let's go. Okay. That's a very good flower. That's a very, very good flower. What treasure? What treasure? I've 100%ed the bastard. What treasure do you mean, man? Let's just put all the levels into this flower. Okay, that's not a great start. Please, ask nicely. Okay, thank you. See, they listen. Yeah, okay. That's just really annoying, to be honest. Shee! I don't know if that's a minimum or maximum roll or what, but that looks like a big roll to me. I don't know if that's just me not knowing what the numbers are, but that looks like a big roll to me. Okay, that's bad. Crit. Fuck! Defense! Shit, you bastard. Fuck! So both the flowers that I got, the only 2 artifacts that are good that I got that entire time, are bad. They rolled bad. That's a very good circlet. Okay, so that's one of the good base artifact circlets that would be counted. This counts as a really good artifact because it's got both crit. It is on the wrong piece and it doesn't have ER, so it probably doesn't mean that much to me. Although I will take it because I might want it on somebody else anyway. Okay, so 1/3 of the way in now. I've done 50 domains out of 150 to make it 100 fragile resin. And I get... Okay, that is a very good feather. It is the wrong set, but it's a very good feather nonetheless. And that's a pretty decent one as well, but it's not one of the perfect ones. Nice! Okay, I get a really good circlet. It's not in ER, there's no ER in it. It does have attack and crit rate though, and crit damage main stat. Beautiful, beautiful. I'll definitely take that. It's amazing. Great. Well, isn't that lovely? Fuck, man, it's so bad. It's so bad. I got the good base artifact and then it rolled shit. Yo! Okay. Rolled well. Rolled super well. Fuck. Okay, at least it's an attack. It's not HP at the very least. Fuck. More attack. It's kind of cringe. That had such potential as well. It really had potential.
You're on time, big lad.
You know what?
I'll lock you out. I'll lock you out. 3, 2, 1. Hi.
Shut up. Oh, okay. It's a good circlet. It's a wrong set, but it is a good base artifact. Okay. I've just got a good base feather then. Wrong set, but still good. Oh, okay, nice. A perfectly good base artifact circlet on emblem. Fuck off. Waste man shit. Okay. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Fuck, why do you have to fail me, man? Every time. Huh. Yeah, I'll take that. I think I'll take that. Let's go. Okay. All into crits? That's actually crazy. So this is the only artifact I've rolled after... What, I think this is 86 domains I'm on so far. This is the only good artifact that's rolled. Oh, okay. A good base artifact for the feather. Okay, nice, finally. Nice, okay. An actual good base feather as well on emblem. Crit rate and crit damage substats. Okay, another good base artifact, and this one's actually really good. A crit rate main stat circlet, crit damage substat. With, jeez, 7.8% as well. That's nice. 2 attack substats as well. That is very good. Ooh, okay. Nice. Okay. So this is the first goblet that I've got that is a really good artifact. Because this is obviously the really rare one. What was it, like 0.08% or something like that? The 2 crit ones are low substats. But... it is an elemental damage bonus goblet with 2 crit substats. That is sick. Okay, more crit rate. Another kinda low roll, but we'll take it nonetheless. It's all in crit rate basically. That's nice. Okay, that's not a bad artifact. It's definitely good. Definitely good. Oh my god. Please go into crit rate. Yes! Fuck yes! Let's go. Balling 3.1%. Bit meh, but you know what? Good. We'll take it. We'll take it. Ooh, okay. That's a good sans, you know. Attack with double crit. With fairly high crit damage, and is that max crit rate? Nice! More crits. We'll take that. We'll definitely take that. It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one at all. That's a very good flower. If that was on Emblem, that would be perfect, actually. But we'll still take it nonetheless. After 150 domains completed, 100 fragile resin spent, the final domain will give me the perfect artifacts. Oh my god, look at all these 5-star artifacts I've got. Oh, that is crazy. That's actually so much. How many 5-star artifacts do I have then? So it goes to about here. I've got about 1,500, so that's about 850 5-star artifacts I have. And look at how many of these are Shimenawa, and how many of these are Emblem. That's nuts. Not to mention the ones I've leveled too. So I had predicted 300 artifacts that I would get. It turns out that I got 380, or at least a little bit less than that, but not far off 380 artifacts. So I got more than I was anticipating, which is a bonus. They haven't rolled great. Any of the good base artifacts I've got, other than Shimenawa, the only ones that have rolled good are Shimenawa. The Emblem ones have rolled bad. This is now time to do the Strongbox. Let's see how this goes. So the maximum amount I can do at once is 39, so I guess I'll just keep doing that until I get what I want. Nothing? Oh no, wait, I forgot. I want HP on him, don't I? So yeah, that is definitely something. Yeah. Yeah! What? Why am I getting so many double crit rates? Double crit on these? What is this? So out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Out of these 13 artifacts I got from the Strongbox, 3 of them have double crit. If that was on Glad, that'd be hyped. Alright, let's try again. Okay, this is a 6 circler. Unfortunately, it's on Noblesse, so it's probably not very useful for me, but it's still a good circler that I could use on somebody else as an off-piece. Again, double crit on these. These are actually kind of lucky, I'm not going to lie. Alright, number 3 out of, I don't know how many, but this is number 3. God, look at this, an attack percent circlet with ER and double crit. Why couldn't I get that when I was doing the domain before? Look at this. Look at this. Crit rate, crit damage there? Come on, man. Oh my god, this is such a joke. Number 4. Oh my god. Why does the Strongbox give so much double crit? That's so crazy, the amount of double crit we get. So number 5, this time on Glad instead of Noblesse. Okay, nice. I like it. Picasso. We'll take it, we'll take it. Nice. Double crit substats with attack sands. Huge on Glad. Number 6, I think this is. Again on Glad. Okay, nice. Crit rate, main stat, crit damage, substat. Not bad, not bad. I think I have some decent artifacts to level up on Bennett. I do have the slight issue that I'm broke. Overall, I have got a lot of artifacts from this, and to be honest, it's very disappointing what 100 fragile resin does actually get you. I do luckily have 15 fragile resin still, so I do still have more that I can spend, but yeah, 100 fragile resin over a month of maximum resin spent purely on artifacts. sometimes doesn't get you that much, to be honest. The maths seems to work out somewhat. I think it's a little bit pessimistic on the good base artifacts you can get, but to be fair, if you want to look at that for your odds of rolling a good artifact, it's probably a little bit higher than the amount of good artifacts you'll roll from 150 domains or 100 fragile resin. So it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you can use these for yourself, and have a good one. I'll see you all in the next video. Chop out. Bye.